So we're standing out in Organ Pipe National Monument. That little scar right there is the U.S.-Mexico border, and the Border Patrol actually invited the media down here to watch them blow it up. There is an explosive charge somewhere in that hill. I don't exactly know where. And I heard the siren just a minute ago, and it looks like the Border Patrol and the construction guys are on the phone. It should be about ready to go off. Of course, there's been a fight over this for a long time now with members of the Tohono Nation saying that this is a sacred site, that there are archaeological finds and burial grounds in that hill. And the Border Patrol, as of this morning, says none of that is true. They haven't found anything. The Tohono representative that was here with the protesters just a minute ago basically said you don't have to find things for an area to be sacred to tribal members. There's also concern over the cacti that are all around here. This being Organ Pipe National Monument, there's a lot of those cactuses and, of course, saguaros all over the place. The Border Patrol says that they have moved most of them. I think we may be getting the explosion here in just a minute. They say that they have moved most of them and are monitoring them for a full year after they've been transplanted. They say less than 10% of the cacti that they've had to move have had to have been destroyed or were not salvageable. The Center for Biological Diversity is also out here protesting. They say they haven't seen any evidence that anybody's been watching the cactus or transplanting them, or even that there's an expert out here to look over them. So I have to come over here and check my camera shot at the same time.
Getting real-time update?
Actually, Facebook Living right now. So there's a group of protesters that were here a little bit earlier because there's the Border Patrol right there. They have since moved back and tried to cross over the desert a little bit to go to where the media is staged. Actually, on camera with the Border Patrol. I'm not sure how much closer they got, actually. They're just about as far away as I am. But we should be having the demolition stage. We're only a couple of, maybe a mile off of the main road, Highway 85, I believe it is. And less than a mile from the border. I know it's kind of hard to see, but right over there that's the border fence right between those cacti. So we're just kind of waiting. Unfortunately, until one of these trucks pulled up, I could hear their radios, but that truck didn't shut its engine off, and I can't hear it anymore. Usually when they shut down traffic on a road, it usually means something's about to happen. Again, not really sure when this will happen. I'm kind of just waiting right now. But the construction crews and the Border Patrol crews are over there watching the hill, so it should be happening fairly quickly. Again, we are at Organ Pipe National Monument, about a mile from the U.S.-Mexico border or so. That line cutting through the hill right there is the U.S.-Mexico border. That's where the border fence, wall, whatever you want to call it, is going to go. And that's where the construction is taking place. And the demolition, that is Monument Hill right there, where the Tohono tribe says there's burial ground, and it's a sacred site for them as well. And the Center for Biological Diversity and the Sierra Club both have a lot of concerns over moving all of these cactus, which if you live in Arizona, you know you're not allowed to move a cactus. It's punishable by law unless you get very special permission to do so. So they're obviously concerned about that. I see a car coming out here. Maybe this will be happening fairly quickly. Again, everybody's sort of turned to look at the mountain. Assuming we'll hear a shelter siren here whenever they decide to actually do this. Again, this is Organ Pipe National Monument. If you just joined us, I see a lot of people did. I am right by the border. And unfortunately, the iPhone zoom's not good enough. I can't show you that the border fence is literally right there. But we're waiting for the detonation. Sorry, I'm trying to hear some radio chatter at the same time.
Do you know if it's going to happen near the top?
I'm not sure. Again, we're not really sure where the explosives are on this hill. I'm assuming somewhere on that line. I see a Border Patrol agent with his phone out looking at the hill, so I assume we're getting closer and closer. Ruben, this is the border wall that the president has campaigned on for years. It's going right through Monument Hill, through the end of Organ Pipe National Monument. Again, I can't hear the there it was. So that's that dust kicking up right there was the explosion. Very small, very controlled. It looks like they're just blasting small chunks at a time, not the large explosion I think everybody was waiting for. Sorry, I have to adjust my own camera shot here. Oh, I can zoom just a little bit. Sorry, it's going to be shaky zooming in this far. So that was the location of the detonation. Again, that border fence, which I can probably show you now, is right there. Very close. And it's going to continue all the way across there, up the hill, and over the top. looks like that was the entire show. Border Patrol actually invited us out here to watch this. We have a crew supposedly a little closer to that. But they are, looks like, opening the road back up, and that looks like that was the end of the demonstration. We're going to have more coming up on 12 News at 5. From down here by the southern border, we'll be talking to the protesters and the Border Patrol. I can tell you right now, it's two completely different stories, depending on which side you talk to. Neither one of them agree at all with the other one. You'll definitely want to hear how that's coming about. Again, that's coming up 12 News at 5, and it'll be on 12news.com and, of course, the 12 News app.